Hey, everybody. Listen, welcome into the building, okay? Welcome into the building. Sunday night trending topics. We're going to be in and out. The title is called Messy. I went to church today. I had a good time. Went to church. The church I went to today, they had a Christmas program and it was really, really nice. So I had a really great time today. Went to church, hung out with my girlfriend for a little bit. Went to Barnes and Noble. I love going to the bookstore, y'all. I went to Barnes and Noble. And when I went to Barnes and Noble, I found, so let me back up. Every year, I give in my house, the beginning of the year, I give a vision board parties, mostly my friends and family. And normally I buy all the crafts from, what do you call it? Like a Michael's, like a craft store, or Joann's. That's what they have out in Jersey. Well, I went to my local bookstore and they had these vision board kits. I was super excited. And so now this year, I'm going to have a kit for everybody. It was on sale for $15. Do you see that? It's really good. It has a whole bunch of stuff in it. It was on sale for $15. It's normally $20. And I was like, okay, this is cool. I'm going to see how this works out this year. So I'm super excited about that. Going to have the vision board party in my house. And, maybe I got to get a little more sophisticated. Maybe what I'm going to do is maybe I'll do a little video footage of this vision board party in my home. We shall see. Y'all know I got to upgrade myself, so I'm going to try my best and see what I can do, okay? But anyway, yes, Charlene, I love Barnes & Nobles too, and I especially love the little sales section, okay? Shout out to a good sale. So anyway, tonight's trending topics is called Messy. It's called Messy. When teenagers, when I don't understand how people can just go out and unalive somebody, and like, to me, like, they don't lose no sleep. My feelings get hurt, or I lose sleep sometimes when maybe I said something to somebody and they took it the wrong way, or I've offended them, or I hurt them. I'll be like thinking about it until I get to speak to them and apologize to them or something. And so I'm just saying that I feel some type of way when I think the words that came out my mouth hurt somebody. I couldn't imagine physically hurting someone. These people, how do you just unalive somebody and you go home and go to sleep like nothing happened? I'm confused on how people can do that. And how do you, as a teenager, what happened in your life that your response to having a problem with someone is taking their life, especially someone you dated? So we have this teen that, unfortunately, her on and off again boyfriend took her life, and then that was bad enough, but he got some other girl to help him try to cover up the crime. So really, essentially, you got three teenagers going in one shot. You got the one who physically lost her life, you got the one who took her life, and you got the one that helped him hide the cover it up, try to cover it up. Three families, three teenagers gone in different types of ways. But when you even the teen that your friend can call you up and say, listen, I done did a whole crime. I took somebody's life. Can you help me cover it up? And you go to help cover it up. You a fool. And I got to say to myself, who raised you? Who raised you? I could have titled this live down. Who raised you? Then our next story is Justin Combs. It's something to be said. There's a song. It said, God bless the child who has his own. God bless the child who has his own. From birth to 18, if you are a parent, you got to raise that kid. You got to raise them. But while you're raising them, you got to teach them how to deal with money, handle money, balance out the money, and not just spend every single dime as soon as they get it. They got to have some type of savings account. You got to teach them about responsibility. Even if you're a billionaire, even if you're a millionaire. Even if you're a zillionaire, okay, you don't really have money like that, you still got to teach your kids about finances. So Justin Combs, he comes from money. Diddy at one point in time was a billionaire, where no one in that household had to worry about a dime. They probably, I don't even know if these kids ever physically go into a supermarket and shop for themselves. I don't think they ever had to. I think they went to the housekeeper and said, oh, there's no more milk. And then next thing you know, they opened the refrigerator and there was the milk. We want chicken for dinner. Come downstairs 5 o'clock and the whole chicken spread or whatever they wanted was made. I don't know if they ever cleaned their own room. But now life is going to be different for them. Yes, it is. Because Diddy, all of his cash is tied up in the 99 lawyers that he got. He got a whole bunch of lawyers. Yes, he does. Because he's in a whole bunch of trouble. So I'm bringing up Justin Combs because the other day, I did a story on it. He was being sued, I want to say by the Bentley dealer, because he didn't pay. He didn't make the payments. He made all kind of excuses. Well, the bill went to that address, but I live at this address. All kind of excuses. In the day and age where, especially his generation, they do everything online. I'm a mixed bag. I'm a mixed bag because I was born before all of this whole technology situation. So y'all gonna laugh. Some of my bills I still mail in with a check. Yes, I do. Don't talk about me, y'all. Yes, I do. But there's other bills that I let go online. Right? It's online. I do it online. So I do a mixture of things when it comes to my bills. But guess what I do, though? I pay the bills. Yes, I do. But I do a mix. When it comes to my mortgage, I let them tap right into my account because I can't be homeless. No, we ain't playing that game. I'm not going to play the game where my payment didn't make it there. This didn't happen. That didn't happen. No, when it comes to my mortgage, they tap right into my account, get the money. Yes. Same with my car insurance. Because you know what? But see, I'm old school. I grew up where they told us that if you're going to mess around, there's one thing you don't mess around with, and that's the roof over your head. Everything comes after you pay for the roof over your head. So I don't play with that mortgage. No. So, but he's saying that the bill went here, there, and everywhere. Sir, either you pay for the car up front 100%, or you got a car note. And you know that you have that car note until the car is paid off. So if your car note is due at the 15th of every month, whether that bill came in the mail or not, sir, you got to pay. So his lawyers and everybody else was saying, oh, it's a misunderstanding, this, that, and the other. He's going to take care of it. I heard that months ago, but now I'm hearing that here we are months later, and he's still not taking care of that bill. And I've said to myself, this is chump change for Diddy. He allegedly was paying girls $300K a month to do whatever it was they was doing. And your son is being sued for $190,000. It don't make sense to me. But this is what happens. Now your dad's over there in Brooklyn in the Metropolitan Detention Center, and y'all struggling for funds. It's messy, but we're going to talk about it. It's a lesson to all parents. We don't know the day, the moment, the hour when we got to go, or we're going to be going, or whatever the case may be. Make sure your kids got their life together, so they're not in these streets begging for bread. We're going to talk about it. Then we got to talk about Don Richard. from Danity Kane, an ex-Diddy protégé, who's saying that she will never recover from what Diddy did to her. They said life and death is in the power of the tongue. You going to put out to the universe that you will never recover from what Diddy did to you? Never? She said never. My thing is, I was not there. So I'm not going to try to deny anything that happened to Dawn Richard. I'm not. But it's interesting to me that with Dawn, you was in the group stopped working or whatever happened, and you was texting Diddy talking about when we going to get the group back together. And now you want to tell us that you will never recover from what he did to you. I wouldn't put that in the universe. Because if you believe in God or whatever it is you may believe in as a religious person or whatever the case may be, you know, all these people say they want to manifest things. They believe in this, a higher power, whatever. Tap into the higher power, girl. Because what do you mean never recover? Don't give that man that much power. No. I be praying every day. Not Lisa. Lisa said the Justin should do OnlyFans like everybody else. Good God Almighty. But you know what? You ain't never lied. Everybody doing that OnlyFans. I couldn't do it. And I ain't judging nobody that is doing it, but I couldn't do it. But darn it, if I could, I'd probably try. But no, I couldn't do it. Unless they just want to see some fashion and some clothes, then maybe so. But I couldn't do it. But listen, Dawn Richard said never. She will never recover. Girl, you got a whole life to live because Dawn Richard is not that old. She's not that old. I wouldn't put out to the world or the universe that I'm going to never recover from something. I wouldn't do that. But we're going to talk about it. And y'all let me know how y'all feel. You said Justin is grown, college educated. It's time to stand on his own. Well, listen, the whole Combs clan had to find out the hard way. It's time to stand on their own. I ain't mad at you, Charlene. You're right. But again, I feel sorry for the twins. Because, you know, at least with Jay-Z and Beyonce, they have set things up where already, from what I heard, Blue Ivy is a millionaire. That's what I heard. And darn it, Diddy should have set his tent up the same way. He should have been putting their names on some of these albums so that they could be getting residuals or whatever the case may be. Now the poor Combs children, you mess around, they're gonna be hungry. What you say? Let me see, Lakeisha Diva. That's so true. I'm an only child, and my parents did everything for me, and I had to say I can do it for myself because what if both of you die the same day? What am I going to do then? Lakeisha, you the only child. Listen, my son is the only one from me, right? But he does have a brother. But can I tell you this? Yeah, when we have a only, you know what? To all the people out, all the parents out there, listen. If you can, it is good to have more than one. I did the same thing. I did the most for my son. I did too much. But you know what? Hindsight is everything. Hindsight is everything. You like, okay, if I was to do something over, I would probably change this, change that, the way I did things. I did everything for him. Listen, y'all only children, y'all different. Yeah, when a child does not have a sibling, they different. Right to the core. But I love him. Okay, so listen. We're going to get into this, y'all. I titled this Messy. We're talking about the teen tragedy, Justin Combs being sued, and Dawn Richard saying she will never recover from what Diddy did to her. Now, y'all know what I need in that chat. I need a what, y'all? Oh, Charlene, you are only child too. Let me see. But my mother made sure I knew how to pay bills, cook, etc. That's good, Charlene. That's good. My son cooking now. He cooks. He figuring out his way over there at the college. But you know what? That's why it's good he's staying on the campus and help him grow up too, right? So thank you, Tay Tay. I appreciate you. I thank you, Lexi. I see y'all out there. Thank you, Janet. Y'all giving me what I need. I need a what? I need a choo-choo. All aboard, everybody. It is Sunday night trending topics. We got stuff to talk about. The title is called Messy. We got a teen tragedy, okay? Young teen gone over a jealous boyfriend. It's a hot mess. Justin Combs being sued, and Dawn Richard saying she will never be the same, okay? Or never recover. Let me bring the people on in the building. Hey, Savannah.
Hey, Diva.
Samantha, it seems like your thing is not connecting. Try to come back in. Hey, Katrina.
Hey Diva, hey chat, happy Sunday, choo choo.
Hey Diva.
Hey, Wayne. Hey, in my opinion. Okay,
Hey,
we got the old school panel up in here on a Saturday night. All right, y'all, we want to get into this. We're going to start with this. You know what? I'll start with Diddy's son. Let's start with Diddy's son. I know that you're okay, Reginald. I'm sorry to hear that. You said you're responsible for yourself now, but Reginald, are you the only child? Do you have siblings? Let me know. But my condolences. I don't know when your mother passed, but my condolences. But let me know if you got siblings. So let's get into this Diddy son, Justin. You know, they got a big clan there. It's 7 of them. Now, listen, because sometimes I hate to do this because y'all be thinking, oh, Diva, Diddy's a monster, and you want Diddy to be free and all that. No, I want justice to happen. And people can do well in one area, be a monster in another area, and be kind to people in another area. It appears to me like when it came to fatherhood and him loving those children in the way that he knew how, he seemed to love his kids. All of those kids, even though they are from different mothers, a lot of them, they all love each other. I will say this also. I've known families where the dad is many mothers and they all share a dad in common, but those siblings are not close for different reasons as a result of this mother don't like that mother or whatever the case may be. But it seems with Diddy, all of these children, they act like they embrace each other as brother and sister, and they appear to seem really close. That's what it seems like to me. Those are my thoughts on that. So let's get into this Justin story, okay? So hold on, let me share a screen. Okay. So Diddy's son Justin Combs dragged into court in a $190,000 battle over unpaid Porsche bill. Now, this was as recent as the 11th, so this was 4 days ago. This lawyer has said before that he paid the bill, but they're not taking you to court if you paid, okay? And this, for me, $190,000 is a lot of money. For the Combs family, this should be chump change. Why is this bill not being paid? So Diddy's son, Justin Combs, is being dragged to court for allegedly defaulting on payments for a Porsche. In Touch can exclusively report. According to court documents obtained by In Touch on November 26, Porsche Leasing filed a motion asking the court to sign off on a default judgment being entered against Justin 30 and JDC Holdings Group LLC. A lot of times these rich people, what they will do is they will put their homes, their cars in their company name so that if anything happened, it doesn't personally hit their credit and impact them. The company accused Justin of breaching the terms of a lease agreement for a 2022 Bentley. Porsche said Justin defaulted on the deal by failing to make the required payments. Porsche said it demanded Justin return the car, which lawyers for the company claim is stored at Diddy's LA home, but they have yet to receive the automobile. Oh, he got it sitting at Daddy's house. Okay. As In Touch first reported, the lawsuit was filed in Los Angeles Superior Court in June. The complaint claimed Justin had agreed to make 42 payments in the amount of $3,365.23. The suit said Justin defaulted on the payments in December of 2023. Now, when did they lock Diddy up? Diddy got locked up this year, right? 2024. Well, what in the devil? Why wasn't this being paid? Therefore, there is now due owing and unpaid from the defendant the approximate sum of $172,601.43 plus additional charges pursuant to the terms of the agreement. Interest occurs from December 20th, 2023 at the legal rate of 10% per annum until paid in full. This lawsuit read 10% is a lot of money. It can rack up on that bill. Lawyers for Porsche said the company had the right to seize the car due to the default. At the time, sources close to Justin told In Touch that the car payments weren't made because the bill was sent to an old address. The source added that Justin was taking immediate action to handle the bill at the learning of the lawsuit. Justin's attorney, Jeffrey, told In Touch, due to an address change, Justin did not receive his bill, which resulted in unintentionally missed payments. We are in touch with the creditor, and the matter is being settled. The outstanding balance will be paid, and the lawsuit will be dropped. In October, Porsche started the process of obtaining a default judgment in the case. However, a lawyer for Porsche told In Touch at the time that the case was in the process of being resolved. Now, weeks later, Porsche filed a new motion, once again asking for a default judgment to be entered against Justin. Porsche leasing has performed all obligations on its part to be performed under the terms of the agreement, the motion reads. Porsche Leasing have made demand upon defendants for possession of the vehicle, and defendants have failed and refused and continue to fail and refuse to give Porsche Leasing possession of the vehicle. The company asks that he be ordered to pay $190,000. A judge has yet to rule. This has got to be so embarrassing. As In Touch previously reported, Diddy 58 has been locked up in New York prison ever since his arrest on September 16 on charges of sex trafficking and racketeering. Diddy pleaded not guilty to all charges. Prosecutors claim the mogul was a serious flight risk and they feared witness intimidation if he was released. Despite Diddy's $50 million bond proposal, the judge ordered him to stay behind bars until his trial early next year. As In Touch previously reported, Diddy's other son, Christian Combs, was recently sued for SA. Now, hold up, wait a minute. Justin really refusing to give up this car and he's not paying. Why can't Diddy just write him a check for $190,000? Where is the money? You was ready to give $50 million to get out of jail. You can't give Justin Combs a check for $190,000. Savannah, what's going on here?
Sean did not set these his children to be successful as they grew into adults. So I honestly don't, I don't believe he should give it to him. Why should he? This is a grown, able-bodied man, college graduate. He was the first one in his family to graduate from UCLA. If you recall, there was that controversy because Justin went to school on a scholarship. So there was a huge controversy that the school, UCLA, awarded him a full ride. And at that time, Puffy was worth almost, it was over $900 million. So they didn't feel that, and they being just social media and people didn't feel that he warranted getting a full ride when he could clearly afford to pay for school. Now, he graduated with a bachelor's degree, the first one in his family. and that includes his parents, to ever earn a
Mm.
college degree in sociology. But that there was also controversy that did he really earn the degree, or were they
Ooh.
did they pay people to do his work for him? And because we all know this story of Sean going on the fields and having the altercation with the coach because Justin wasn't doing what he should be doing out on the field and being a team player and doing his work as well, because he was on academic probation at one time. Not only is he, there was a story this summer that he was blacklisted from renting mansions. I think it's in either Miami, New York, somewhere. He's
It's in
on the
LA.
list,
That's
unable
in
to
LA.
rent. That's in LA, right? And it was
Yep.
him because the damages that he did to these properties. So I think this young man needs a job. I really
Mm.
do believe this young man, because he's a grown man, he's not a child, but Diddy didn't set any of his children up to actually do any type of critical thinking or physical labor, because the other one, Christian, that's being charged with the SA, he wants to follow in his father's footsteps and be a music mogul. But the only thing I can recall that he did was on air, he did a song with Tiana Taylor, and he wasn't all that on the song. It looked like a younger version of his father. I
Mm.
don't think that Sean should pay to get him out of. I'm pretty sure they have 190,000 laying around, but they need jobs. They need jobs because that cushy home and well, they have several homes in Florida, but those are
Mm.
going to be taken away. Whether the outcome of all these lawsuits against Sean Combs, he's going to have to fight these lawsuits, and he's going to run out of money. He don't have that Jay-Z pocket money. People are running away from Diddy quicker than they have from any other celebrity, and people that used to be his friends are denying him now. So I don't think that he should make it easy for his to write this bill off his sons. I think he needs to go get a job.
Mm.
Go. I think there's actually an opportunity to do a show and have him and his brothers go out and do regular manual jobs and see, like Paris Hilton and Nicole Richie did, The Simple Life. They probably could do something like that and actually get paid.
They need a
That's all
job.
I got.
Something. I
They
got
need
you.
to go to work.
They need work because this don't make no sense. Katrina, your thoughts? Are you there, Katrina? All right, I can't hear Katrina. Tay, your thoughts?
Can you hear me now, Diva?
Oh wait, I can hear you, Katrina. Yes, yes.
Okay. My thoughts are, he should have set structure in them from the beginning. He gave them no structure. He always accommodated them, babied them, and he really set them up for failure because he was the one that was paying for everything, giving everything. So if you're gonna do that, in his mind, he wasn't thinking that he was gonna get locked up. But I would have did just the case. Y'all got this. I'm setting this aside for you for
Mhm,
this. I'm
mhm.
setting this aside for you for this. I'm giving you this. I'm giving you that. I went down the line and gave his kids something because you didn't know for sure that you was gonna make it out of there. You thought you was because you had the money, but you knew how these people was coming down on you. These people was watching him from the get-go. Even though he came to New York to turn himself in, somebody probably thought that he had got a tip off that he was gonna get locked up and he wasn't gonna get out because them folks was waiting for him when he came back in that hotel. They didn't wait for him the next day. They got him that night when he came back from wherever he had went. But what I'm saying is You should have gave these kids structure to do things on their own and be out there on. I see a lot of people, kids with money and whatsoever, and they still go out and get jobs. They work at Taco Bell, they work in the mall, they go do something. But you gave them this cushy life. So that's what they expect. He set them up for failure. And I'm not saying that no child, shouldn't be working or anything like that. But if the parent is giving you everything because he got it like that,
Child,
they're thinking like okay, we don't have to work. Dad gonna take care of us. Dad gonna do this. You on the football field. What your dad do? Run out there with a kettlebell trying to hit somebody because of you. He set them up for failure. He set these kids up for failure because he gave them no structure. He said he wanted them kids to be around him. That way he can lure in more young children or whatever. He want these boys. He was on live doing a twerk contest. He want these boys to be around him. He wanted this to happen. Not happen like he getting locked up whatsoever. But he kept these boys around him. He kept these kids around him. He kept these boys around because the boys is bringing in young girls and whatsoever. And I'm not saying they was participating in the FOs, but I wouldn't put it past them because he's that type of man that would allow his kids to do that. Because I'm quite sure the twins was at the house when he was having the FO parties. This is just ridiculous and sad. But child, go get a done, you go. I don't understand. I mean, maybe they're just rich people whatsoever. But me, myself, if I had the money that they had, I would not be making payments. That car would have been mine. The house was one of been mine. And people saying Puppy got all this money whatsoever, but you got to realize it might not be hands on cash. It's because these homes and stocks and stuff like that is not like ready cash you can go put your hands on. And I don't know if the court froze up his money because of all these accusations coming out on him, and that might have to pay. So sometimes the court will freeze up the money. I'm not saying that's what the court did, but sometimes the court will freeze up the money when you got all these allegations coming for you. What I'm saying is, um, he should have gave them a budget. When you supposed to be a billionaire, you don't get budgets. But like I said, he set these kids up for failure. He didn't set nothing aside for them. You was putting everything in your mama name. You could have put something in your daughter's name. You could have put something in your son's name. You could have put something in everybody's name, so everybody was getting a piece of the pie. But no, you was thinking about yourself because you was robbing. He should know this because you robbed for everybody that you had working for you. So you should have knew that karma was gonna come back. And I tell y'all this all the time: be careful how you treat people, because one way or another, that karma gonna come back and hit you right in the forehead. And now he's seeing it. He's getting this karma right back. And for Justin, baby, go get a dang Toyota, a Jetta, or whatever, because you can't afford these cars right now. And then there's another thing: you saying you ain't make no payments because you didn't get no bill. If it was any poor person, the tow truck would have been following us around, looking everywhere for that car. This is only from rich people, because how long you had this over no payments? There's no possible way that if we would have bought a car and we haven't made payments, they have things now they can cut your car off when you won't make no payment. They can cut your car off and sit inside your driveway. So these got to be rich people. You ain't with $100,000 over and no car payment. Gotta be a rich man game. That's all I got, Diva.
Thank you. I appreciate you. Tay, your thoughts?
Well, hello, everybody. And Katrina, you say it right. Like Craig Dad said from the Friday. Yeah, J-O-B, a job. And how long he did not pay his this car since the day Puck Daddy got arrested, since September this month, this year right here. That part was so long right there. And now look at here. We get too close to Christmas and now we hear about you did not pay this car. Boy, you is 30 years old. It's time for you to take responsibility. Be a man. Be a man. Step up. You can't live your dad money forever because that money gonna dry real quick. And tell me that, Diva, I just feel bad for the twins. Baby love.
because I'm so glad baby Lil is still like a baby, and she had to deal with this right now. I'm just glad she's still a baby right now. Justice, you need to start to follow your dad footstep. And I said, Diva, one of these days he gonna be just like his dad. And now guess what? He got sued right now. Oh, sweet Jesus, take the wheel out of me, please. That's all, Diva.
I appreciate you. In my opinion, you're up.
This is a sad story. We all know he didn't raise these kids the right way. He raised them thinking that they was gonna always have him and his money.
Mm.
They weren't looking to be successful on their own. They was looking to ride their daddy coattail the rest of their life because that's how he raised them.
Mhm.
You know, most people raise their kids to be successful and to stand on their own. He raised his kids to be in his shadow, and this what you get when you raise them to be in your shadow.
Mm.
They finna travel the same road as him. It's sad, but it is what it is. You know, I really hate that nobody stepped in and put a foot in this and say, look, these kids need some structure. These kids need this. These kids need to know how to take care of themselves for themselves. Because at 30 years old, it's no way he should be out here making the same kind of mistakes that he's making. He can't rent somewhere in LA. Now he ain't gonna be able to get a car in LA.
Oh my God. Come on now, talk.
You just a whole state now. You just a whole state told you can't get nothing from them. So you might as well not even have no aspirations of ever being able to go to LA because you can't do nothing there.
Mm.
Sad.
Thank you. In my opinion, I appreciate you. Wayne, your thoughts?
This is a perfect example of lack of parenting and wanting to be, and being your child's best friend.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate that Kim passed so early because, a lot of times, say if the dad is not doing everything, you got that balance with the mother. Oh, yeah, you're going to school, you're going to do this, you're going to do that, have that balance. Well, they didn't have that other side. Okay. And it's obviously these older ones, they are not growing up to be productive members of society.
Yeah.
They're becoming a menace to society.
Oh my gosh. Oof.
And like I said, anytime, like it was a story one time, I think that Diddy and one of them boys, the older one that looked like him or whatever, how they were going out or they was having an affair with the same person.
Mm.
This is dad and son, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I remember that. Come on, talk.
You remember that?
Yeah.
So
I
you
want
really
to
can't
say it was Lori Harvey. Like the chat could correct me if I'm wrong. I want to say Lori Harvey dated one of the sons, and then she started dating Diddy.
Yeah. So they, I'm gonna say they're lost, but at the rate they're going, it's not gonna get any better.
Yeah.
These kids know nothing about money. And Diddy, now I'm gonna say, I know they old and they're on their own. Okay, but if he had the money, he should say, look, okay, I'm gonna pay this, but it's not gonna happen again. And when you start working, you're gonna give me my money back.
Right.
This
Right.
car's going back.
Yes.
Right. This car's going back. Okay. So he has none of that. They have none of that. And like Opinion said, I mean, how you get barred, from the whole state? And like Katrina said, this money, if Diddy has all this money, some things like, okay, he's already in the spotlight. If he had the ability, he could have took that kind of pressure off the spotlight of his family.
Mm-hmm.
Now his whole is out there. The sun, whatever. Nothing. You can't get nothing in California. Can't rent no houses. You tear them up. Who does that?
Diddy offspring.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm done.
I appreciate you. Keisha, your thought?
Yeah, I'm gonna be quick. I'm kind of under the weather, so I'm gonna say this and then drop off. But I don't know if you guys remember when that leaked tape of the conversation with him in prison. Diddy, I don't know who he was talking to, but they were talking about Justin. They were talking about the same thing, this car, and the man was saying, "Okay, we need money for this, we need money for that," and Diddy was like, "Oh, who cares about that car with Justin? Let his light skinned ass figure it out himself." And he said he need to go make some club appearances or do something to figure it out. So, I mean, especially even parents that don't have any money, I don't think would say that, but he's rich. So he probably doesn't care about the kids. All he cared about was himself. But I couldn't even believe like a parent would say that about their kids. So all of them are probably just out there on their own trying to figure it out. And that's it.
I appreciate you, and thank you for coming up and saying that. It feels better. But
Thank you, Diva.
you're welcome. I do remember that. And people were trying to determine whether that phone call was true or if it was AI. But now I'm thinking, yeah, that phone call was true because it was Christian Combs allegedly talking to Diddy, and it was and he said, he said, he's talking about he wanted me to ask you about his whip. And he said, I don't give a darn about that car. But if Justin Combs know he doesn't have the money, then what he needs to do is don't hide the car, turn the car in. Don't do that. Turn the car in and let it go, and then figure out your life. And like everybody else said, get you a different car. It is what it is. You're gonna be okay. And that's if you need to drive. But he did not set these kids up for success. They are set up for failure, and all they know how to do allegedly maybe is how to spend and not how to earn, because unfortunately for them, they didn't have to know up until this point. But here they are in their big age, and they're learning what life is like without being able to just clearly tap into daddy's account and get what you want so you can do what you want. It's a hot mess. Let me roll ahead on into the next story. And so the next story is, which is kind of sad. It's this young lady who lost her life, and let's get into it. And now 2 teens are locked up behind it. So let's take a listen.
In our top story tonight, a heartbreaking update to a missing persons case spanning across 2 upstate counties. Officials found the body of 18-year-old My Angel Walker early this morning in Greenwood. She was first reported missing in Clinton yesterday. My Angel's family tells us she graduated from Lawrence High School earlier this year and was looking forward to becoming a nurse.
19-year-old Malachi Presley has now been arrested and charged with murder. And 19-year-old Taylor Kennard is charged with accessory after the fact. Now, police say Kennard knew about the murder and helped conceal it. Now, Fox County's Kenny Harris was in Lawrence County today and spoke with the victim's now heartbroken family.
Investigators say this is a tragedy that should not have happened. Now, My Angel Walker's family is forced to move forward without the person they described as the heart of their family.
She was amazing, full of life, full of energy. She was sweet.
The oldest of 2 siblings, 18-year-old My Angel Walker loved basketball, spending time with her friends, and cooking. One of the recent memories her aunt says she'll hold on to.
Oh, she was cooking outside. She was like, I'll teach you how to cook. Yeah, right. Was she a good cook, Sade? She tried.
Sade Woodruff says her daughter was a workaholic. That's what put her on edge December 12th when My Angel's boss called to say she didn't show up for work.
Very unlike My Angel to not show up for work. She always showed up for work. So I knew.
After reporting her missing to police around 11 in the morning, Lawrence and Clinton police began a joint investigation. They quickly determined her disappearance was suspicious and began searching Newberry and Greenwood counties.
I just wanted to put eyes on my baby. I wanted to be able to see my baby.
My Angel's body was found around 5 Friday morning in a car near McKenzie Road. The suspects Malachi Presley and Taylor Kennard were arrested shortly after. My Angel's mother says Presley was her on and off again boyfriend.
Anybody that's going through any type of domestic dispute, being abused, anything, get away. If you able, get away.
Surrounded by family and friends, still, a part of Woodruff will always feel empty without her, Angel.
I can't get that back. He took that from me. I can't get that back.
Both suspects are scheduled for bond hearings tomorrow morning in Lawrence. Kennedy Harris, Fox Carolina News.
Police continue to gather evidence in this case, and SLED has joined to assist with this investigation. If you know anything, you are asked to contact the Clinton Police Department at the number on your screen or Crime Stoppers at 68 Crime.
That's sad. So I'm just gonna okay, so wait, let me just share a screen. Hold on 1 second, guys. So 2 teens arrested after missing 18-year-old is found dead in a burned car, a tragedy that should not happen. Her name is My Angel Walker, a recent high school graduate, was reportedly shot by her on and off again boyfriend. A day after a South Carolina teen went missing, her body was found in a burned car. Now 2 people have been arrested. After 18-year-old My Angel Walker did not show up to work on Thursday, December 12th, her loved ones knew something was off, according to Fox News. Walker's family reported her missing to the Lawrence Police Department, and as she was last seen in Clinton, South Carolina, the Clinton Police Department also joined the investigation that outlet reported. It became apparent during the night that they were looking for something a little more than just somebody missing. Lawrence Police Chief Heath Copeland told Fox Carolina. The next day, Walker's body was discovered in a burned vehicle near Mackenzie Road in Greenwood County, according to the TV station. Footage shared by South Carolina Outlet shows the charred car being towed out of a wooded area near road. Walker has suffered a gunshot wound, Fox Carolina reported. No other details about the location of the wound or cause of death have been publicized. The person who wounded Walker, according to Clinton police, is 19-year-old Malachi Presley, who Walker's mother, Sade Woodruff, identified as her daughter's on and off again boyfriend. Police say Presley pow Walker on Gary Street in Clinton between 10 and 11 p.m. local time on December 11th, according to Fox Carolina. He has since been arrested and charged with murder and possession of a weapon during a violent crime. Also arrested in connection with Walker's death was 19-year-old Taylor Kennard, who police say helped dispose of Walker's body, per Fox Carolina. Charged with accessory after the fact, Kenya had knowledge of it, and she helped. Clinton Police Chief Michael Addison said both Presley and Kenya were denied bail during a hearing on Saturday, December 14th, the outlet reported. The Clinton Police Department and Lawrence Police Department did not immediately respond to people's request for a comment on Sunday, December the 15th. Walker, a recent high school graduate, planned to become a nurse, her family told Fox Carolina. Everything I heard of My Angel has been she was a very bright young lady and very good heart, Chief Copeland said per the outlet. This is a tragedy that should not have happened, he added, but we're glad that we were able to get justice for the family really quickly here. For Walker's mom, however, the arrests don't offer her any solace. We lost a big part of our family, Woodruff told the news. We lost a great person. We lost an amazing person, a leader. She also offered a message for those who hear her daughter's story. Be aware of who you're dealing with, the people you are surrounded by, the people you hang with. If there's anything wrong, any type of domestic going on with your addict, then we ask that you seek help. We've seen all too many times that the company that some of these young teenagers keep is literally the death of them. Savannah, your thoughts on this story?
This is so tragic, and close to the holidays makes it even more heartbreaking. I struggle with, and it seems like we're getting more and more of these stories of our youth, and I often question where their lack of empathy, why it's so prevalent nowadays with this new up and coming generation. I don't know if it's like they're missing something at home or school or what. They have no regard for whether it's a family member, a friend, or someone that at that time that they had loved, and to easily convince someone else to help you dispose
Mm,
of another human being, that also tells me that this other person had no regard for human life whatsoever, or where they are getting these behaviors and these it seems like they're just completely disconnected from how this young lady no longer being here, how it affects her family, her community. Someone who, everything that I saw as well on this story says that the young lady was headed to have a good future. It's and I didn't catch, which were they dating at
they
some
were.
time?
They were like it was on again, off again. But from what the mother said too was it, it was some domestic stuff going on before this final tragic situation. So it's just sad overall. It seemed like
And we
it
can't,
was a toxic situation.
yeah, and we can't keep using, it's mental health, and some people are just evil and mean and have no regard for another person's life or how it would affect their family, and the peer pressure that was also involved to make this other person become an accomplice is just, it is absolutely tragic all the way around.
Very tragic. I appreciate you. Wayne, your thoughts?
You know that song that says, "I believe that children are our future. Teach them well and let them lead the way."
Yes, I do.
Well, the sad part about it is that these young people in this generation, they're not leaders. I mean,
Mm,
they should be pulling up the street, because they're the ones, the doctors, the lawyers, and legislators, so forth. They have to look out for us, have to make legislations on what, you know, when we are older. And it's just kind of discouraging to see that our young, because these are all the ones we didn't talked about, our young black youth are
mm,
going out like this. I
mm.
mean, this boy is going to probably get life in prison, maybe with no possibility of parole or whatever. But if he does get parole, how much good to society is it going to be after you got messed up in prison?
Yeah.
I just don't see any leaders, you know, coming up. I'm not saying it's so many other ones that are in college, like your son, my grandson in college, going to do great things. But these stick out, and it just makes you concerned about the future of our youth, knowing that they're gonna be making decisions on us. That's it.
Yeah. I appreciate you. In my opinion, your thoughts?
So the young people these days are using love as a way of saying, "Oh, well, it's okay that I abuse you because it's love." But the one thing we should all teach our kids is love don't hurt, and that's
Mm-hmm.
physical, mental, or spiritual. It don't hurt you. Somebody loving you don't mean they do something wrong to you. You know what I'm saying? Like I just wish that these kids knew that there's so much more that they need to know about love before they get in these relationships and take on so much at a young age. Like you shouldn't have to. It's baffling to me to think that this is what they think love is now,
Mm-hmm.
and the links that they will go to keep somebody. You can't make somebody stay with you, and you can't fix somebody that's broken, and you can't make somebody love you.
Mm, mm. I appreciate you. Katrina, your thoughts?
Like I said before, never love a person more than they love you because you always get the short end of the stick. The thing of it is, like everybody was saying, Savannah, Wayne, in my opinion, these kids these days basically have to grow up by teenage moms. Some of them, not all. And I'm at that point where you're still a child when you're having a child. And most of the kids' parents now that come to the school the same age as the teachers and whatsoever, because it don't seem like any old teachers around. So the teachers about the same age as the kids now. Half of the teachers want to get with the students. It's ridiculous. It's sad. Since they took structure out of school, they took discipline out of school. So these kids don't have anything. The ones that go home that don't have no structure, they're not going to have any structure in school either. And your parents teach you. I'm not saying no girl should hit a man, but no man should hit a woman because a man have way more strength than a woman. And you can be big, small, little, whatsoever, but a man is going to mostly overpower a woman, especially looking at this girl. I'm quite sure he overpowered her. And the sad thing about it is he didn't even use any type of like intimate things to unalive her. He powered her. So therefore he wanted her out of there. I don't know what the situation is with her or with their relationship, but this is night number 2 over a situation of a boy and a girl. Somebody's been unalive. We got one, I guess we got, because it always comes in 3, so we got another one coming up. We don't know, but when we wake up in the morning, somebody will be gone and it'll be on the news. It's sad when they took the discipline away from the parents and gave the kids more power than the parents. You hit me, I'm gonna call the police, mother. You can be arrested whatsoever. My child tried that. The police came. He asked me, "Do you want to use my belt or yours?" Bet you she ain't calling no more. But what I'm saying is, if you got a strong foundation at home, or you got somebody in your life that's showing you good, trying to teach you, trying to nurture you, trying to show you how it goes, because like I said before, you need all 8 senses, your regular senses and the other 3, common sense, street, and book, in order to make it in this world. Because if you don't have those, you're not going to make it. And it's sad that we see these kids, as we say, the young black ones, taking each other out. I don't understand how they can just unalive somebody. I was in the military and I don't think I could have did it. So it's weird. They do it like stepping on an ant. Like it's okay. I don't get it. That would be playing over and over in my head. Maybe I just think different. But hopefully, and they said they arrested him and the girl. What the girl did?
The
Hit the
girl
body?
helped cover it up. The girl helped cover it up.
Well,
And
shit,
she
some
probably
people.
she probably went with him and helped him put the girl, because he powed her, so she probably helped put her in a car and set the car on fire. I don't know, did they think the body was gonna burn to a crisp? I don't know what their thought process was, but she
They're
helped.
not thinking, because look how, like we said, your brain don't fully develop until you 26, but you still know when it's right and wrong to take somebody out. You still know you still know that. A 6-year-old know when it's wrong to take somebody out. So, that's just ridiculous and sad. I feel sorry for the mom. Rest in heaven, wherever you at, little girl. It's a sad situation, and it's getting worse and worse every day. We don't see no resolution. All we see is just degradation, deterioration, and destroy. And it's sad. So they need to wake up and see that we don't need the 3Ks anymore. We're doing it ourselves. They sitting back laughing. So just wake up, y'all. Just wake up. You killing off. I mean, you unaliving your whole community. It, I'm done, Diva. I'm done.
Yeah. Reality, thank you so much. Yes, this is what he said. He said on that phone call, he better do some appearances. I don't give a F about that car. Do you see the problems I have? Yeah. And so now that's why, but Justin should have just gave the car back. But anyway, I digress back to the previous story. But to come back to this one, Tay, your thoughts?
My condolences to her family.
Yeah.
She is so young, 18, and this dude is 19. Something tells me if I can't have you, no one can't. Remember that Tracy story of crying for help?
Yes.
That's probably what it is right there. And tell me that girl that who with him that night when he did pow to her? My question is she the new girlfriend or just a friend or the family member? Which one is it? If I was her, I would never ever to do that to somebody, to help somebody do that to their ex-girlfriend like that. I said, no, buddy, you do your own thing. Because I'm not going to jail for you. I'm not going to go in jail so I throw my life away for this right here. And no, I'm not doing it. Now, this man right here, it's jealousy. That's what I'm thinking, Diva. It's jealousy. It's what you call it, start the N word. It's toxic relationship because he want to keep her like she like his property. Like, I owe you. You're mine to keep. You're mine to toy. She just had enough right there. And now she can't. Now she's not here no more. Because of what? You didn't like her. She graduation because she want to do something better for her. She had a full future ahead of her, and you just took away from her. I hope you be in jail for the rest of your life, behind the bars, and lock the key forever, and make sure he never come out again, ever. That's all, Diva.
I appreciate you. Thank you so much, Tay. We're going to go ahead and roll right into this last story. So the last story is we heard a while back, Dawn Richard, she came out with her lawsuit against Diddy, a civil lawsuit, saying that he did essay her, but not in the horrific way as many others had been. But in addition to that, it's just he never paid her proper due money, and other things happened. So she's coming out now and saying that she will never recover from the things that Diddy did to her, and her particular civil suit is still pending. But all of the civil suits are going to be pending until after his criminal case. Those are all going to be on hold. The criminal case takes precedent. So she said, I'll never recover from what Diddy did to me in the dressing room and making my dreams come true. Dawn Richard. So pop star Dawn Richard waited years to tell a story of how Sean Diddy Combs allegedly abused her while she was a member of the group Danity Kane. On the latest episode of the DailyMail.com's podcast, The Trial of Diddy, Richard's attorney, Lisa Bloom, said the singer decided to come forward and file a lawsuit against Combs after watching a viral video of the music producer attacking former girlfriend Cassie Ventura at a Los Angeles hotel in 2016. She's an accomplished woman, and she's about the music, Bloom said of Richard. All she wants to do is make music and be a musician. Let me just make sure I pause this. And be a musician. And yet, she found herself in a position after Cassie Ventura came forward of saying, I need to come forward too, in support of Cassie and in support of others to tell my story. Richard claims in her suit that she suffered economic harm, physical injury, pain and suffering, and serious psychological and emotional distress during her years working for the Bad Boy Mogul. That's the lawyer, Lisa Bloom. And Lisa Bloom is the daughter to Gloria Aldred, who is also a lawyer. Combs was indicted on charges including sex trafficking in September, months after video footage surfaced of him violently assaulting Ventura. In her lawsuit, Richard claims she not only saw her former boss assaulting Ventura, but claims she also was subjected to Diddy's grabbing and groping her bare buttocks and breast area while in her dressing room. She also said Combs demanded her to strip down to her underwear while also calling her lazy, fat, ugly, and skinny in front of other people, including other producers, bodyguards, and his friends. The singer also claims Combs made advances towards her during an October 2010 trip to perform at Glasgow in Scotland. Richard accused Combs of manipulating her for years with promises that he would push her music career. Instead, the Bad Boy Mobile allegedly did not pay Richard her work and was allegedly prevented from eating and sleeping because of the grueling work scheduled that the producer allegedly pushed on her. Richard appeared on MTV's reality series Making the Band in 2005. Combs has denied the allegations. The producer's representative said Richard was making an attempt to rewrite history and manufactured a series of false claims, all in the hope to get a payday, conveniently timed to coincide with her album release and press tour. Combs' push for perfection was highlighted in the MTV reality series Making a Band in 2005, where Richard became a member of Danity Kane along with Aubrey O'Day, Dee Woods, Shannon Bex, and Andrea Finbreeze. Combs famously fired all the women from the band except for Richard. He then formed Diddy Dirty Money in 2010 with Richard and Kalana Harper, but the group broke up 2 years later. Bloom said Combs still continues his threat tactics and pointed to prosecutors' claims that the Bad Boy Mobile had tried to recently contact Harper, who is one of the witnesses in Richard's case. Prosecutors said they recovered evidence that Combs had repeatedly tried to reach out to Harper, who was referred to as witness 2 in court documents, during a sweep of Combs' cell at the Metropolitan Detention Center in Brooklyn. Prosecutors said among the notes found in his cell included strong inference that Combs allegedly paid Harper after she posted a statement on Instagram. Bloom said she was surprised Combs would reach out to one of the witnesses in her client's case against him. Prosecutors also alleged Diddy obtained other inmates' phone calls and used them to allegedly influence witnesses. I was shocked, Bloom said on the Trial of Diddy podcast. She added, I think he was getting probably desperate. He's used to telling people what to do. He's used to calling all the shots. So him reaching out to Harper, it would take a psychologist to explain that kind of thinking. But yeah, it's pretty shocking. Lawyers for Combs have shot back at prosecutors and accused the government of committing egregious, unwillful, and harmful breach of attorney-client privilege after papers were seized from his jail cell. Bloom says she looks forward to disposing Combs. One of the biggest moments will be when I get to take Combs' deposition, which will probably be in prison. And I'm very happy to go and take his deposition in prison, the attorney said. I've been to prison for various cases many times, so it doesn't bother me, doesn't scare me. And we'll see what he says about Dawn, and we'll see what his story is. We'll see whether it matches up with the documents and information and other witnesses. We'll see what he has to say for himself. So she's saying she'll never recover. Her lawyer is saying she can't wait to speak to Diddy. Savannah, your thoughts?
I really think this young woman needs to go lay on somebody's couch and seek therapy, because I still don't understand, what does she want. I don't get how someone who claims they were essayed and not treated well by Sean Combs, because he controlled every movement of her, to include her food intake, her weight, her communications with families. And she continued to go back to him project after project. Even after Dirty Money didn't work out, she contacted him, and still whatever he wanted her to do, she did. So I don't feel and I don't understand why, but I don't feel much sympathy for Dawn, because you saw him doing things to other people, not only just Cassie, but other men and women, and you continued to work with him, not say nothing, protect no one, and most of all, you didn't protect yourself. So, and she kept calling Aubrey O'Day all types of liars, and she went on a smear campaign as well to try to discredit Aubrey O'Day when Aubrey has been sounding the alarm of Sean Diddy Combs and his camp and the horrible things that were going on over there. So I really just want Dawn to go and seek therapy, because you need to learn how to forgive yourself. You didn't protect yourself. You continuously put yourself in these dangerous situations. And I do believe wholeheartedly if Sean was out, she would find a way to link up with him again and become an employee in some sense of the word, to be affiliated with Sean Combs if he wasn't locked up right now. So I don't believe what she has to say, her woe is me. Go get therapy, Dawn.
Ooh, thank you. Wayne, your thoughts?
Yeah, I say it's only as an opinion. I don't know these people from a can of paint, but this sounds like it was all good until it wasn't. You took the abuse or whatever you describe it over the money or the fame or the attachments. You could deal with it. That's what it sounds like to me. You dealt with it until it wasn't good no more, till you faded out. And forever is a strong word.
Yes, it is.
So she needs some deep therapy. And also, I think because Cassie got paid out, I think some of these people think to them, they have a case so strong that it would compel them to settle like Cassie. I think that's what but it's not happening now. And the money's dwindling. But yeah, like I said, I think all this stuff, a lot of it is just a big money grab. But this woman, shows no credibility. Who stays around that long? I mean, embarrassment in front of people, like you said, the producers. Who stays around that long? Unless you feel that the reward is way better.
Right.
I'm with Mr. Combs. I work for Mr. Combs. I am somebody. I'm done.
Thank you. In my opinion, your thoughts?
When money and fame is more valuable than your respect and the value of your own life, this is what happens. I feel sorry for her on the level that she didn't respect herself enough to get herself out of the situation, to know that it was bad when he was touching on her and feeling on her, making her run blocks around, because they had to run like literally 5 miles without eating. You know what I'm saying? He took them down and through there. Um, and Aubrey Day has been sounding the alarm for a very long time, and for a long time she stood out there by herself. She got cussed out, she got disrespected, everything. Nobody else stood up for her and said, "Hey, we were going through this together." They just let her sit there and take all the slack. And Dunn sat there and followed him every time.
Wow.
He baby her and this and that, and we gonna make you a star. And she was back on board again. So when you don't value yourself, this is what happens. You showed him that you didn't value yourself. You showed him that the fame and the money was all you needed for him to keep on disrespecting you. And he kept on doing it.
Mm.
And now you want to come to us and tell us your whole sad story. But I want to ask you, what were your values then? That's all these.
I appreciate you. Katrina, your thoughts?
Don can miss me with the BS. First of all, you said the man didn't even pay you from the beginning, and now you want to work with him again, so not get paid again. Then now you're saying that what the damage he did to you, you will have to live with it forever. You will never forget it. So why would you want to go back to that? Girl, make up your mind. These folks, I mean, these people are totally. I'm gonna sue Diddy, Busby, all of them, because they messing with my mentally. I can't deal with it. They messing with my psyche. They doing all of it. Every time I turn around, it's Busby, it's Diddy, it's just somebody every day. And girl, you said that this man didn't pay you, so why would you even want to go back? You making yourself look dumb. And in that case, you should have never even said that he didn't pay you. You should have just came out with your lawsuit. And then you wait all these years to say that he didn't pay you because he got locked up. Now you want the money. You should have went for the money before now. Everybody is not afraid of Diddy now. Everybody was afraid of Diddy. They're so afraid of Diddy. Woo, we afraid of Diddy. But now Diddy locked up. Now everybody want his money. He did this to me. He did that to me. He took my money. He touched my breast. He didn't do anything. He didn't assault me, but he just cut my breast and told me that I need to gain weight or something like that. But girl, you want to go back to him. So the stuff that you're saying, you're talking out of both sides of your neck. Talk out the first side, and then we'll get with you. But since you doing all this, you talking this way, you saying this way, this didn't work, that didn't work. Audrey's lying, you lying, Cassie, you seen him do something to Cassie, you trying to help Cassie get out, but then you saying he touching you, so you stand there. It's just so much confusion with these people. It's just ridiculous and it's sad. And like I said, they keep doing this mess like this. They're gonna end up. And I'm not saying Diddy is guilty or innocent. We don't know what he did. But I'm just saying they keep doing all this. They're gonna prove him innocent because these people right here is messing up everything else. They muddying the waters for the people that have the real assault crimes. And I'm not saying that she didn't have one. Don't get me wrong. But what I'm saying is you talking out of both sides of your neck. You saying you ain't getting paid, but you want to still work with this man. This is crazy and ridiculous. Money is not worth all this, girl. They're making themselves look like fools. But anyway, I guess
Thank you,
that's the bottom.
Katrina.
That's
Yeah, I appreciate you. Yeah. Tay, your thoughts?
Of course, I remember Dawn from Megan the Band when she was in the Dade King girl group. She did nothing, not stand up Audrey when Audrey was standing up herself against Didi from that episode, Megan the Band. Of course, I remember that. All she do is just sit there and watching. That's all she do. Just sit there watching what Audrey just what she tell you about this and that right there, and you just did nothing at all. Same thing with the same thing with the member of the daycare to the girls. They did nothing at all. They just sit back and watch them like it's a theater or something right there. And of course, I forgot about I forgot about Dawn. She was in the old group with Didi Dirty Money. At first, I didn't know it was her at first because Dawn looked different than she was in the Dane King. Because first we didn't hear Dawn after the Dane King group was broke up the first time and the second time, and now she back with this man right here who made the group making the band, and this and that girl. Which is it, girl? You say he did this to you, and then you say you don't want to go back to him, and then this right here, like, girl, which one is it? You just wasted our time. You really is wasting our time, and you just followed Cassie what she did right there. The dog just take a responsibility and just get off our line, please. Thank you.
Thank you, Tay. I appreciate you. Listen, I appreciate all of you for being here with me on Sunday night for Trending Topics. Of course, you know I'm going to see y'all tomorrow. And I'm not sure, but tomorrow probably I will also, before my Trending Topics show, recap Married to Medicine with Roy here on Monday and Potomac on Tuesday. But listen, guys, y'all know the routine. If you didn't hit the like button on the way in, hit the like button on the way out. Good night and goodbye, everybody.
Do not cheat the thief always right now. Choo choo and beepy. Thank you.
Thank you.